There's a series of weird events that's currently unraveling in today's world news. They're starting to talk about aliens more than ever. It's crazy how aliens are now one of the biggest discussions in modern day news when just a few decades ago they were seen as cliche and conspiracy-esque. They were seen as the crazy man's thoughts. But nowadays, aliens are starting to become a reality for us. There isn't much proof per se that aliens have existed, at least physical, tangible proof, but the news is stating, and scientists and high-ranking members within these scientific study groups are also explaining how aliens are real and there's documented evidence behind the scenes. Recently on CNN, they've released the information about how there's 4 different types of aliens that has been discovered by scientists from crash UFOs and crash landing sites. One of them is mentioned as a reptilian, and you hear all these crazy conspiracy theories and videos of how celebrities are reptilians and all this crazy stuff. I guess it turns out they really are reptilians, huh? There's also another type of alien that they're describing as Nordic beings, looking somewhat like a Scottish guy who's 7 feet tall. And these would be perceived, in my opinion, as the angels of light, which are mentioned in the Holy Bible, when demons are manifesting themselves as angels of light. Fallen angels are manifesting themselves as angels of light to mislead mankind and humanity. There's the typical grays that we all see in the movies, the big black dark eyes, the soulless eyes with the ginormous head, and a small petite body. The small weird body with the 3 long fingers. Then there's an insectoid version of these aliens, which they claim have been discovered. Trump is releasing the UFO files. He released the first batch of them a few days ago, but now he's talking about releasing the second batch here in a few days, and the second batch is going to be more informative than the first batch of the UFO files. Now, they said up to 1 billion people have already visited the site to see these UFO file discoveries and these recent droppings that has happened. This is a setup for the cover-up for the rapture. You must not be naive and ignorant to this. This is the rapture cover-up. This ought to let you know the rapture is coming soon. You have to think about it. The day people hear a trumpet in the sky, they hear a giant trumpet, and then millions of people disappear. Thousands of people just disappear. Satan has to come up with a clever and tactical way to convince atheists, believers, and non-believers alike that this was not of God. This was of another species of another planet, another life form. See, Satan's going to take credit for everything God does. He's going to give an excuse for everything God does. When there's an excuse for it, you have a reason to believe, maybe it's not God. Maybe it is this. Maybe this is the reason other than God, how this could happen. There's always a what if. But nevertheless, they're covering up the rapture with this. This is the rapture cover-up. When people disappear, they're going to tell us these aliens we've been telling you about are the reason millions of people have disappeared. They're mad at us. We're constantly waging war within humanity and causing ourselves to destroy one another. And they don't want to see that. They're going to make these guys look like the good guys when these are really fourth dimensional demons. These are demons manifesting themselves as different figures coming into the third dimension, the reality that we all live in. They've always shared this reality with us because they're always around. You have the angel and a demon on the shoulder in cartoons. These things are real. They always existed around us, and they also influence everybody's decision. When you lie, you steal, you cheat. This is all demonic, and it comes from the demonic realm. Now, they're somehow physically manifesting themselves into our reality to make these ships, which I don't find to be technology at all. I believe this is why you would have a UFO that can fly at the speed of light and defy the laws of physics. You know, the ship doesn't become misshaped or malformed. It doesn't bend up or anything, and it flies at the speed of light. I watched an interview recently where the scientist was describing how the sheer amount of energy it would take for you to be able to fly in a craft at the speed of light, the way that these UFOs have been documented to do, would take the energy power level to power the whole city of Los Angeles. It will take the energy power level to power the whole city of Los Angeles in this one ship, this one craft. We don't have those spiritual capabilities. We don't have those scientific capabilities whatsoever yet. Those technological capabilities are not there for us. I'm going to tell you why they can do that. Because they're spiritual. They're of the fourth dimension. We are third dimensional beings. This means I can't walk through a wall. It's atoms on atoms. So I can't push my hand through a wall without breaking it and destroying the molecular structure or destroying the structure of this atom compilation, which would make up the wall. They're fourth dimensional beings. They have the appearance of a third dimensional being, but all the properties of another dimension, which means they don't get affected by gravity. They don't really have a mass to them unless they want to demonstrate the mass. They don't really have a mass to them. They can walk through walls. They can float midair. They can walk on water. Jesus Christ could walk on water because he was a spiritual being. Third dimensional beings, human beings, cannot walk on water. You want to know why? Because gravity. You can't walk on water molecules, but Jesus Christ could because he was a fourth dimensional being existing on a third dimensional plane. Same thing for these demons and aliens and deities. They're fourth dimensional beings now existing in our third dimensional reality. The reason you have fourth dimensional beings existing in our third dimensional reality is because of the CERN Hydrogen Collider. They're colliding two atoms at each other at the speed of light to mimic the Big Bang Theory. This is what they claim the explanation is for why they're even messing with atoms. But the true reason is they're opening up a black hole, which is a portal into another dimension. We don't know what's beyond a black hole because if you send anything in a black hole, it never comes out of the black hole. And they also say it rips it to shred. It stretches it out to its very finest molecules until it no longer exists. They truly don't understand how that works because they can't document that. If they tried to document that, the device that they use to document that would surely destroy itself, and there is no recording or record of it. They're using the CERN Hydrogen Collider to bring third dimensional beings through this portal that they're causing to develop in Switzerland. It's in Switzerland. They have the goddess Shiva outside of it, the destroyer of worlds. They're trying to bring the destroyer of worlds into our world, which would be Satan, the Antichrist. And it tells you many will be fooled and God will give them over to a strong delusion in the end times. We are in these end times. We're seeing it unfold in front of our very eyes. I'm going to drop more videos describing how these 4 individual aliens, which have been discovered by scientists, have biblical significance individually. And then we're also going to talk about the 12 scientists which recently died or disappeared. We're going to be diving deep into this stuff. This is an interesting topic because this is going to affect our reality personally. So load up like double O. It's time to go. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. I appreciate you for clicking the video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, a like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you on the next video.